ending there, Phil. You've been practicing.
Over the Easter, all he's been doing is practicing endings.
This weighs nothing. Welcome back, everybody, to Andertons TV. And that was not, for those of you that love a bit of John Mayer in your life, that was not our version of Rosie. That was in fact, an old Hall & Oates track. She's gone.
She's gone. She's gone.
Just saying, you know, so one artist influences another who takes it somewhere else, and who knows who'll be doing things like that. Anyway, so we all like a good Les Paul, right?
We do.
And this one in particular, you may have seen a video from late 2019. Actually, the video probably didn't go out until early 2020, but late 2019, we went to the Gibson showroom in London, Londinium. And with no, you know, just a visit, wasn't like let's go and choose guitars to buy and things like that. And Pete played a lot of Les Pauls and fell in love with this one.
Yeah, I think it shows me more than I chose it. And actually, I'm wearing the same shirt, so there might be a link there as well. Whoever's ever made this shirt, if he was here right now, or she was here right now, they would ask you to like and subscribe this channel as well. Please hit the notification bell.
So look, you can go find that video. I'm not sure how many links I can put in the corner there. Can I put 2? Okay, fine. So the first link up there will be the one where Pete went and fell in love with that guitar. At the point where Pete started going, I think I might like this guitar, Gibson informed us that it was the most expensive Les Paul in the showroom, which was kind of typical. So this is a 2016 Tom Murphy aged 1958 Les Paul reissue, and in 2016 it would have been from their sort of true historic range. Yeah,
by the man himself. There's literally he makes a little note anyway.
So a video that that we haven't released at the time of doing this video, but I suspect has been released now. So hopefully up in this corner is a different video now. We decided to go back to the Gibson showroom in 2020. This was in the summer, in that kind of weird lull where we thought COVID was finished, but then it came back. So this is like from when the bit where we thought we were on top of it all.
It's in between, in between.
Anyway,
it's easy to drive in there.
So it's probably why Pete and I look a bit more tanned and younger in this video I'm now pointing out. So we took this back specifically to meet Sam, who is the UK kind of Gibson guy that all the artists go to get their guitars checked over and looked at when they're touring. And he's also the guy that would have been the main kind of advisor when they were doing Gibson Collector's Choice if the artist who owned that guitar lived in the UK.
Yes.
So Sam took this guitar and we were like, what is it? Because the neck doesn't feel quite as chunky as we thought a 58 would do. There's something different about it. The pickups have a tone. It's like, what is it? So dear old Sam, if you go and watch that video, took a load of measurements, and we also went back through the Gibson archives using the serial number on this to go, so what was done on this? And it kind of turned out, to be totally honest with you, there wasn't anything particularly different, magic sort of dust-wise. It's just a particularly good one. But we were able to get some neck measurements. Interestingly, we found out the frets are a little different to a normal 58. Yeah. We took the measurements of the pickups and we've asked Gibson to try and recreate those through their sort of custom bucker program. And we picked some tops as well. So you can see again in that video of us in the Gibson showroom doing that. And we ordered some guitars to kind of be replicas, I suppose, or based around this one.
Yeah, based on that one, yes.
So what we thought we'd do in this video is grab 3 new guitars and compare them to Pete's. So the first one that we grabbed and that I jammed on, this is a normal, if there is such a thing. This is a current 1958 custom shop Gibson Les Paul. No aging, no nothing. You know, it's the plain top, the normal.
Yes.
I know it sounds awful, but this is kind of the least expensive Les Paul standard that you can buy from the custom shop. And this is about £4,400. Yeah. So that's that one.
Yep.
Then the 2 that Pete and I are now holding are the recreations, if you like, that we've done of of the Murphy.
Yeah.
And the only difference between these two is one is VOS finished.
This one?
Which is the one Pete's got.
Yeah.
And this one is the lightly aged through Murphy Labs version.
Yeah.
So there's a small difference in price perhaps between this one and this one.
Yeah.
And then there's a slightly chunkier price difference because you're now starting to get some aging on this one.
Yeah.
And then of course we've got the actual the goat, the OG.
The OG. And I think we also, when we picked the tops, we chose which tops to go on the ones that was going to be lightly aged. And there's a heavy age coming at some point, or light heavy.
It is. There's heavy age coming.
Ooh, but that's on the way still. And they got a little bit more of a spang-danglish tops, I think, on them. You can see that one there. So you have got a mighty flame from Dragons.
So as you can see, and we've talked about this many, many times before, the very first bursts that came out in 58, Gibson didn't really have this idea that, you know, flame maple was a thing. So you might sort of, if there is flame on an original 58, it's more like a coincidence rather than a spec.
Coinky dink.
And then of course in 59 they went, oh no, let's try and actually use flamey wood.
Yeah.
So,
but this one has got flames in it, so that's why we did pick some flamier tops for them.
So let's start, Pete. Let's just have no pedals, no nothing, cordage on the your personal one. Just quickly before Pete strums a chord, you're probably looking at this going, how come this is kind of like a more faded cherry red than this one?
Yeah.
That is actually because of the fading that has occurred since that was made. So this, if you ever get the chance to go to the Gibson showroom, it's a big, high-ceilinged ground floor showroom in London. Tons and tons of natural light coming in through the windows. And so this burst here is indicative of kind of what an original 58 would have looked like in that colour when it rolled off the production line. And Pete's one there has faded a little bit, gone a little redder. As you can see, what we would expect if this guitar was left in natural daylight or exposed to a lot of daylight, it would go redder. Interestingly as well, the other thing that we found is our video lighting is quite yellow. It's like an artificial yellow light.
Studio light.
And if you jump onto the Andertons website and search Gibson Danish or something, you know, a couple of words like that will be in the description of this. Gibson Danish. You'll see all of the guitars we've got there, and our photography studio lighting is more indicative of natural daylight, and you'll actually see this will look
much
quite a bit redder.
Yeah, it's a weird thing, isn't it?
Weird optical
Maybe I should start
illusion.
taking them down to Somerset and playing them outside for the pigeons.
Yeah, this, by the way, is Bourbon Burst, which we just thought was kind of similar-ish, but it's not quite the same colour as that. Anyway, I'm sorry to interrupt.
It's fine.
Cordage,
it's
please.
fine. Anyway, okay, here's some chords. Here's the neck pickup. It's so nice.
It's got so much sustain, it's crazy.
It's just nice. There's no pedals, just the DP40. There's something in that guitar that's just...
You like that? Now,
I mean, yeah.
Shall we just compare it to a ye olde fashioned 58?
We shall.
I say ye olde fashioned.
Yes. Ye olde fashioned.
Heavier that, isn't it?
It's slightly heavier.
I vaguely remember on the made to measure stuff, we spec'd them to try and be lighter weight bodies, didn't we? Because that was one of the things we found out about Pete's guitar, is it's quite a lightweight one.
Yes. Oh, and also, as soon as I now grab this, the neck, there's definitely a difference in the neck from the 58 here to this one and that one and this one. The neck is ever so slightly slimmer. And we had that measured as well on the... So, here we go. Slightly darker, maybe?
That's what I thought.
Middle. Slightly more output in these, I think. Pokier. Bridge. Definitely pokier. Definitely pokier.
Yeah.
Definitely pokier. Good.
Pokey,
Okay. Okie pokey.
So now you're going to go to this, which is the non-age. So it's the VOS version.
Yes, the neck immediately feels narrower.
Little slimmer.
Slimmer, not narrower, because that's not what it is. Slimmer, absolutely. That's
Let's
amazing.
see how close we get the pickups.
Okay, here we go. So, neck. Lower output for sure.
I think so.
It's cleaner.
Yeah.
Feels cleaner. And definitely it feels much more like that guitar with the neck and the frets. Bridge.
So I think it sounds marginally brighter, perhaps, than your original one.
I mean,
but
that
still,
would have been played as again.
Yeah.
You know, if that's been sitting out and people have been in the showroom playing it and trying it out, you know, it's funny because if you notice the board is slightly lighter on this one, where it's slightly darker. I mean,
I would actually visually, I always prefer the darker rosewood.
Yeah.
So, hey ho.
Hey.
Interestingly, as well, we're going to swap over to. We might as well hear this one as well. It's the same spec.
So this is the light
aging. One of the other things that we noticed on Pete's Murphy aged Les Paul, which came up, you know, when Gibson were building the replicas of them, was that that one was spec'd with medium jumbo frets on it, whereas a normal 58 would be spec'd with the sort of the narrower, slightly taller frets on it. So again, that's probably adding to that sense of the neck feeling slimmer on these than perhaps on the or just the feel being different.
Maybe it's the feel when you play it. It just feels
So
easier to play.
I just thought I'd point that out as well. So these sort of Danish Pete 58s or whatever we're going to call them have got the medium jumbo frets on.
Yeah, whatever we're going to call them. Derek. Here is
it's pretty.
This top is gorgeous, isn't it?
Top.
And I don't know if you can sort of tell that it is. Maybe we'll get a close up, but it's cracked just ever so slightly.
All the close-ups that you want are on the Andertons website, all shot in our photography studio.
Can you see that? No.
By the lovely Tim and Hannah.
Yeah, here. And for them, here's a G chord on the neck pickup. Definitely that warmer.
So, I mean, that's kind of the video. I mean, you'll be familiar. Pete's got a knack of picking out great guitars, and obviously the purple Telecaster that has become sort of infamous on this channel. You know, we've done reissues of that guitar, and again gone into quite great lengths with various builders at Fender about, you know, getting the neck carve right and understanding the pickups and all that kind of stuff. So we're kind of hoping that we've kind of done something similar with the Les Paul.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they feel. You should have a play before we jam out or whatever. You should really have a play on these. So you start with that, and then just feel the neck, because it's almost spooky. And I ain't saying that, but it really managed to get that right. That neck.
I mean, I've got a 58 from 2014.
Yeah.
And it's definitely a chunkier neck, which
absolutely.
I kind of like. But
much chunkier.
You know, I do get it, because it's like some people will find the 58 just a bit too fat.
Can be fat.
And that's probably why they'll lean towards a 59 or a 60, you know, 60 with the slimmest neck. Yeah. But I kind of like the fatness. So I like the fact that your guitar has just gone like a teeny bit away from that.
Yeah.
And there's no doubt there is something tonally speaking really, really nice about this guitar.
There is, whatever it is.
I mean, we didn't do anything with volume controls and... I mean, it's just... I love that kind of...
Just
you know, people
dial it
talk
back a
about coil splits and all that kind of stuff, but there's you just need to do that, don't you? And all of a sudden you... You know,
I mean, there's something magic in that pickups. As we discovered when we did our shootout video and when we went to the show, they are very sort of almost single coil, very low output-y, lovely.
Okay, so for my own kind of sanity, I'm just going to literally jump between the two. And in fact, Mr. Pete, you know what? Let's remove sanity as a deciding factor in this video.
Okay.
And place a blindfold on, and I'll give you 3 guitars.
No!
And you tell me which one's which, if you can. I think it's a good idea, don't you?
Oh,
or
yeah.
I'll wear the blindfold. I don't mind.
Okay. You wear the
In
blindfold.
fairness, you're more familiar with your own guitars, aren't you? So why don't I wear the blindfold?
Blindfold.
Captain Anderson blindfold.
You sure you're ready for this, Lee?
Challenge accepted.
Are you sure?
So we're going to try 3 guitars, right? We're going to try your guitar,
Yeah.
our version of your guitar,
Yeah.
and a stock, normal, custom shop 58.
Yes. Okay.
I have a cable.
Yeah.
My foot is going to roughly-ish know where the Dane overdrive pedal is and the tuner pedal.
Blindfold Dane pedal challenge.
I cannot see
Here
a
comes
thing.
number 1.
Oh my God.
It's on your lap.
Okay.
Number 1.
Okay.
These all got new strings, by the way, so that's...
Oh, it's such a lovely ring.
Thanks for noticing.
I mean, it's fat, but not like uncomfortably fat. Oh, it's the wrong one. Is the Dane off?
Yes.
It is. Excellente. Oh, listen to that. Even just the... Oh yeah, play a minor chord and then a major scale.
Hey
over
man,
the top of it.
it's your
amazing.
show, man.
Yeah. I do love the neck pickups on these particularly. I'm going mad here. That's what I wanted to do. Okay.
Yeah, you happy? Okay. No, you're not happy. You'll never be
I
happy.
wouldn't say happy. These blindfold challenges, I'm telling you, man, it's like
Up. That's it.
everything is
Here comes
so
number
much
2.
easier when
number
you
2.
can see.
Well, I know.
It's just my general life observation.
How does it feel? Like similar? Just play without turning into...
They're so resonant, aren't they, all these?
Is that more or less resonant than the other one?
I want to say I think the first one was marginally more acoustic, ringy kind of sounding.
Oh, Dane's still on. Oh, there you go. You get your long foot toe out. First impressions? I'm putting my hand up to you like you.
The bridge pickup doesn't sound as zingy on this as the first one, but in a pleasant way. Like I don't feel like I need to roll the tone down, but I'm going to anyway. I'm half of me is wondering, do you just pass me the same guitar?
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't.
Maybe
Who knows?
maybe you didn't.
And yeah, that's it.
Oh!
Okay? That's it, you got it. And here's the last one. Remember the Dane is still on. That's it. And up. There you go.
Bizarrely, acoustically, this one sounds darker. Whether that comes through on
Well, it's nothing to do with the Woodley, is it? Neck, pick up a saw. Haven't done the neck yet.
Mate, I tell you,
Put a bit of Dane on there, or?
these blindfold challenges for me.
You put the tune on as well.
I'm useless at these.
That's up, and then the Dane on, down. That's it. Yeah. Okay, so what do you think?
I mean, pass. I genuinely.
Which one do we do first again?
I don't think I've got a preference out of all three. It's really, really weird. I kind of.
Did you feel anything in the neck? Feel anything in the frets?
No.
You hear anything in the tones?
I
Which one do you think you're holding right now then?
I don't know. I think this blindfold challenge idea was a bad. I've not honestly.
Don't swing it around too much.
Sorry,
So
it's a total guess that maybe something in my brain subliminally is going. This is what it is, but is this the normal 58? And the first two I tried were the two that are based around. Well, either one is yours and one's based around yours, but it's so. I don't even know why I'm saying that.
Take your blindfold off.
I don't even know why I'm saying that.
So yes, that is right. That is right. And so the first one was mine, and then the second one was this one. Which is the the one that is modelled on that one, and this is the normal 59. It's 58. Sorry,
I've got to be honest with you. Then, I mean, I want to say that was a guess. But I suppose your brain is ultimately influencing you one way or the other.
Yeah.
But it's so marginal. I mean, the trouble is, it's like,
when you talked about the ring of the note, the first one was more. That was that one.
Yeah,
without anything on, you know.
It was almost
not plugged in or
it's
no sound.
almost easier to hear a difference, I think, with the volume turned down.
Yes.
Than it is with the volume turned up.
But wood doesn't make a difference, Lee, does it? I mean, it's just everything. It's all little bits and pieces. And it can be so marginal. You know, it could be tiny bit of a marginal thing that makes a difference that you think is good.
They all do that Les Paul thing. That, you know, so every single one feels like it's got sustain. They've all got, you know, if you'd said to me, you know, do you like Blindfold? Do you think these are thin, like on the thin side of a Gibson neck or the fat side of a Gibson neck? I'd have gone on the fat side of a Gibson neck. I'm just kind of...
But not as fat, funnily enough, as your one.
It's so weird. Like, you know, when I can see that this is the one with the thin neck.
Yeah, you can
my
feel it.
My hand goes, oh yeah, it's there. But then when you can't, and I wonder if actually doing that is quite an unnatural. You know, you don't play guitar, like at least I don't play guitar with, you know, perhaps some people do. Play all the notes like that. Hey ho. Well, look, that hopefully is. Hopefully we didn't just spend another 27 years doing the Blindfold. In fact, I'm not even going to say that. So hopefully the Blindfold bit kind of, you know, no, what am I trying to say? I think ultimately with these kind of challenges, these Blindfold challenges, you need to, you know, book yourself some time off and come down to the Andertons Guitar Gallery and, you know, bring your own blindfold. And then one of the guys will literally go, here you go, here you go, here you go.
And the one you like the best is the one you need to buy. And it's not necessarily the one that you think your eyes looks at and go, oh, that's the one I want. Because it, you know.
So there you are. That's
there
it.
you
so,
are.
Links below. As I said, to put this video in context, there probably are a couple of other videos worth going to watch. So see if you can find the one where Pete gets this guitar in the first place, and definitely watch the one where we went back to the Gibson showroom, because that's really interesting to meet Sam and see how he, you know, he took it all apart and blah.
Measured it all up.
They all come with beautiful cases. If you're not familiar, the custom shop case is that beautiful kind of brown leathery. Well, that's your case.
Yeah, but that's the same case.
So it hasn't changed?
No.
That's Pete's slightly dinged up case that came with this, but they haven't changed, so they still look like
this
that.
This is an aged case as well.
Believe it or not, you know, people have asked both Fender and Gibson to do aged cases to go, which they've not done, by the way. We want to do aged guitar amps. So
what do you think about that?
If you're an amp manufacturer out there that can help us do aged guitar amps.
Oh, it has to be a Marshall one, hasn't it? It has to be.
Yeah, Marshall didn't want to do it.
A 59, what is it called, 1959? The head and the cap.
The super lead.
Yeah, they're just all ripped off and
I don't know. Anyway,
taped over and sprayed on with.
There we go. And if we could do an aged amplifier, then all the people that hate aged guitars can jump on those and comment about how much they hate those. Let's do aged pedals. Let's do aged humans. Let's literally try to artificially make ourselves look older than we really are, i.e. just not put makeup on before we shoot videos.
That's what you do. Hey, that Porsche. Do you remember that Porsche?
For April Fool.
April Fools. Porsche did you can get a collar, but now you can actually.
But I do agree.
They're going to do it.
That looked awful.
Yes, but it was like it wasn't relic properly up, you know, because actually in Sweden has got a big for rusty cars, but they will rust them up like Volkswagen and stuff. They'll look rusty and then lacquer them over.
Joe Bonamassa, whatever he, you know, all the one he has on Nerds.
Pickup trucks, American old pickup truck.
Anyway. Right, blah-de-blah. That's it. Another video done, and we shall please like and subscribe, and then you'll find out when we do another one, which will probably be tomorrow. So, see you. Bye bye.